Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm your host, Jay Blue Sanders, and you're listening to DJ Lute's Mike Lamb podcast with we got DJ Lute here. What's going on, DJ Lute?
What's going on? Just wrapping up some mixed work here today and getting ready to have a nice chat with you. It's been a little while, but all well, considering COVID and other things.
Okay, so that leads me to the first question. So,
Awesome.
so first of all, before I ask you this, I want to say we want to know. Tell us who you are and tell us what you do.
Okay, so I am DJ Lute. I am a pretty well-established music producer, recording engineer. If it's music or recorded music, then I have a hand in it. So I've been mixing music for primarily hip-hop and pop and R&B artists for about 2 decades now. Also making beats, playing different instruments, mastering. I also have my own radio show, as well as the hookup on all the things that artists need. I'm kind of a one-stop shop. I have the plug on the things artists need after the music is done, the distribution, the publishing, and even CD pressing. They're still kind of relevant out there, here and there, but I got graphics people. So if I'm handling the music, I have the resources for everything else.
Okay, that's wonderful. First of all, man, it's nice and it's wonderful that you are being a special guest on my podcast, DJ Blue Radio, the J Blue Show. So I appreciate that. We love you and we love the listeners. Thank you for tuning in. Anybody, make sure you drop a comment in the Immortal Master Floppy chat room. Also, DJ Lute, you got a happy hour with DJ Lute. Tell us a little bit about the happy hour with DJ Lute.
So that is on a station, FCCFreeRadio.com. The station itself is internet only. It's not FM or broadcast, which is fine. We reach the whole world, therefore. But I have a show every Wednesday, Happy Hour with DJ Lute, 3 p.m. Pacific time. And it's 3 hours long. The first half is me playing music in a variety of genres, a lot of which is artists that I actually mixed or produced for. And then the second half typically has a guest, not every single episode, but almost every episode. And most are musicians, but I've had beekeepers, tech people, business owners. I need more guests, by the way. Anybody that does stand-up comedy or acting, let's get those categories yet. So yeah, I have a good, like what we're doing, a nice conversational flow. Provide some info on who the guest is. Let them kind of speak up what they do and play some music.
That's what's up.
Formula, but I think it's fun.
That's what's up, man. Tell us about your background. What's your background like?
As far as like where I'm from and like biographical stuff. Well, I was born and raised in Oroville, which has been in the news lately for the fires. But yeah, I live in a small town north of Sacramento. Basically, Cali resident my whole life. I live in the Bay Area now, near Hayward, so just south of Oakland for folks that aren't in this area. Yeah, I grew up loving music, playing different instruments like saxophone and whatnot. And then on my own, I started kind of playing around with, like I got a mixer and a little digital recording box. I was doing some hip-hop stuff with some friends. And then I went to Chico State and got the degree. And I think both are very valid things to do. Like the knowledge and experience, or the experience side and the education side, they go hand in hand. So you can make a living with just one, but I'm blessed to have had both. So fast forward 20 years of what I do, I have a very extensive resume of artists, mainly California artists, but not just Cali. I've put together compilations featuring artists all over the country. So yeah, that's kind of where my background is. Cali, born and bred, don't ever really want to leave.
Wow. How long have you been producing records, man?
Well, I've been doing what I do for about 20 years, but really putting things out, or mixing or producing on people's albums that are like artists that are really putting it out through proper means, I would say no more than 12 years of that. Because initially I'm building a client base, I'm learning how to make my mixes sound better, I'm doing all those things, and then I start mixing for more prominent, bigger name artists, like out of Sacramento. Holotip was one of my first real known artists, and then started working with some folks, Diz artists like Boss Hogg and these folks, and Quinn. So that all the names started coming that were legit names that are putting out like real music the proper channel, the proper way. And then about 10 years ago, I started putting out compilations, things where my name is attached to the DJ Luke Presents such and such compilation, and learning how to put things out properly, have a distribution deal, publishing. So when you're asking, like, how long I've been putting stuff out, it's about half the time I've been doing it.
Wow, that's what's up, man. Well, let me give you a shout out, DJ Luke, because you know you got a page here, man. Happy Hour with DJ Luke on Facebook. So everybody check that out. That's facebook.com/Happy Hour with DJ Luke. And
yeah, that focuses on my show specifically, but
yeah. And DJ Luke, you got a page, you got a producer page on Facebook at DJ Luke 916. So everybody check that out on facebook.com/DJ Luke 916. And
you can find every single thing. All of my social medias are just spelled out DJ LOOT 916. That's all of them. IG, Snap, everything. Facebook.
What are you working on right now, DJ Luke?
Right now, just started mixing a project for Big Malo out of San Francisco and Ryder J. Clyde. They're doing a co-project. I started DJ Luke Presents Cali Fire Volume 10. Volume 9 released a couple of months ago. And hip-hop, mainly hip-hop, a couple R&B tracks on there. But yeah, compilations, various artists. One song per artist or group, all produced, mixed, mastered by me. Let's see what else. I'm always working on projects for like I would say a core collection of clients and artists, like maybe 20, 30 folks at a time, including the likes of Reese Lopes, for instance, out of the Fresno area. Always working on something of his. Like I said, the Big Malo and Red J. Clyde album that we're just starting to mix on. Stuff with Jameezy Baby out of the Sac area, but he's in the Bay now. Yes, several artists that were doing full albums, and they entrusted the mix work to me. But I always push and promote my compilations more than anything because that lets me showcase artists and my talent. Also, stuff by Siren, spelled Syren, my main artist, Siren. Be sure to check her stuff out as well. We co-produce her entire catalog.
I like the way how you guys have really catchy names, and they're just very catchy, and what I want to know is how is the music business working for you financially?
Financially, it is good. It's always been steady. I do everything with a project studio, like a home-based studio setup, which is fine as long as my skills and the equipment and different things all work well together. Then it can be as successful as a full-fledged $1 million studio. Well, maybe. Well, anyway, it's something that I discovered works well for me. I'm able to charge maybe slightly less than for my level of quality than some of my, I guess, competitors, right word. And I've maintained a lot of clients that have been with me, some for coming on 15 plus years. Some of the first people I've worked with before I felt I was knowledgeable and good, quote, good at what I do. But yeah, the money is there. Everyone is recording nowadays. They're doing music. Everyone's a rapper, a singer. They're trying to be. And for the most part, people tend to have some sort of budget. So I've never been like dying for work. And that's the other thing too. Is a lot of folks like to record at home, and like just whatever setup that I recommend, is they just deal with email, PayPal, Cash App, and we do the work remotely. So that's something that a lot of folks like, because they can spend more of their budget for their audio and their music on just me getting the work done, instead of them traveling and session time and all the extra time they're having to put money into just to make sessions happen.
DJ Lou, can you tell us what's your biggest record out playing right now, or what's the biggest record that you put out?
Biggest. Let's look at one single. I know specifically the single track that is doing the most damage. And it's a very conscious, positive track by Mr. Fab, featuring Siren singing the hook, and produced, mixed, and not mastered by me. We have a third party that did mastering on that. Part of my sort of team. Shout out Analog Andy for that mastering. Again, it's Mr. Fab featuring Siren. The track is called Let Love In. And with the stats that I get from my publisher, we get quarterly sales and streams and all the stats. And that song by far was the most active song last year and should maintain that momentum this year. So specific single song, that's the one. As far as a catalog or a specific bigger project, like a full album compilation, probably Cali Fire Volume 8. 9 just released, 8 was last year, but 8 seems to be the one that folks keep gravitating toward. And a lot of people say they feel like the beats are some of my best, and the artist selection is some of my best.
Wonderful. And what food and what drink and what song inspires you, to make music?
Food, drink, and what?
Song.
Food, drink, and song. So those three specific things. Okay. Well, the only thing I really drink is IPA. So, I mean, if I'm going to be inspired by a drink, I'm going to have a few hazy IPAs. Food. I never thought about that. Probably meat products of some sort, like beef sticks or a nice tri-tip sandwich or something. If I want to satisfy the palate before I try to get creative, then, yeah, meat-based products. It's hard to come up with a hot meat, carrot or celery. Right? Maybe. Hey, it's vegetarians or whatever. I'm sure that's how they get down today. Mix and try it. Song to inspire. That's kind of tough, but I've been trying to get on this. People are starting to reintroduce or inject some of the 90s sounds back into music. And if I want to sit down and make a beat, I want to make a West Coast style beat, I'm going to visit some of the sounds and melodies, bass lines, different elements you would hear in that really good mid-90s rap and hip-hop. So if I want to inspire myself, I'm probably going to listen to West Side Connection or MC8, maybe a little South Central Cartel. Yeah, something along those lines.
DJ Lou, what would you do if you were not making music?
I think I would be in some part of the technology sector. I've been getting pretty heavy into virtual reality recently, and there's a market for building worlds and environments and stuff and items in virtual reality. So I'm trying to get involved in doing that just on a hobby. It would either be that or photography. If I wanted to really push something professional level, photography, because I do it as a hobby, but I've also been paid by clients for photo shoots or just like intermediate level Photoshop work. So probably honestly photography first, and then computer virtual stuff second.
Nice. That's wonderful. DJ Luke, we want to know, what's the best piece of advice you've been given about the music business?
What have people told me? And maybe to kind of reinforce that, what have I implemented? Have I listened? I think don't how do I word this? Know my worth, know my value, and don't compromise that value. You have to do that at any point. Now, if you're just starting out, you're gonna give a deal or the play a price, or you might do a little work. Let's work, so you get your name out there. But once your name's established, you have to set those boundaries. Like, okay, this is my resume. No, you're not going to offer me whatever you think you're going to offer me. No, this is my price. I'm going to work hard for what you're paying me. I'll probably give a little more than is expected. It's just my nature. But, yeah, know your worth and don't compromise.
How do you get established in the industry?
Well, it comes down, I think, quite a bit to the who you know. There's what you know. There's just building those relationships. Again, tracing back, I met some folks that did stuff with some of Geek the Sneaks folks, and they knew the people that then brought some Biz Last guys that then brought San Quinn to do a verse. All these folks start coming to my house. I'm like, hey, I know these guys. I know their reputation, and they have extensive catalogs. And another group brought Selly Cell. So all these names that I've listened to, those are the folks I need to work with. And it's kind of like every opportunity that, hey, who do you know that you can get, that I can get a feature from? And I'm making calls and just building that network. Being successful in the industry on any level is really easy to know. And also making sure that you don't piss off people that you know, so it backfires and gives you negative momentum there.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's pretty cool, man. DJ Luke, when it comes to the role of an artist in society, what role do you think the artists have in society today?
Well, they are a music artist typically is, I guess anyone in any spotlight people listen to. So their role is to be a conduit for proper information first and foremost, make sure you're saying real and relevant things. And then I would say, because we're looking for positivity and good, trying to do more positive and uplifting things. So that's the role. I think every music artist, you can have fun songs, party songs, story songs, but if you're a music artist, you should really be doing things that encourage growth in people and their fans and listeners, promoting betterment, not tearing things down. We both know there's a lot of music out there that tears down, or viewpoints, or whatever. Not just about the music they put out, it's making making sure you're not being controversial to the point you're a negative influence, turning people off of it.
DJ Lou, we want to know, is there anything that makes you angry about the music industry?
Yeah, I would say on the side of royalties and the artists that put their blood, sweat, tears, and budgets behind music, and there's nothing wrong with making a living, if not making a really nice living. Hey, if people want to buy your music, you're going to make money. It's fine. And but now the whole system is set up for streaming to be such a prevalent thing, and you get a tenth of a penny per stream, and there's so much less income to be made off of commercial music. Mm-hmm. So I'm kind of mad at that. And there's legislation that's been hold on, it's cough. There's legislation that I think is in process right now, being looked at, that will give the proper royalty payouts for streaming, like that matches, like airplay, establish norms for airplay and music purchases. So instead of being just this negligible amount, it's needed.
Yeah. What would how has your practice changed during the pandemic with the music business?
So this is where, because I do everything home-based, nothing changed there. When it first started, I got a lot of work coming in. I always have steady work, primarily mixing, second to that, beat making, and then whatever else. But I think people, because they were stuck at home, remember when it first started, it was like we went into kind of a lockdown. They said they put all these restrictions, and all the people saw National Guard coming in, and it's going to be martial law. That never happened. But I think people are like, I can't go to work, I can't go do shit, then I can make music. So I had like a month that was just packed, slammed. So COVID hasn't affected me, and I know it's affected everybody in some way, to whatever extent. I don't know. I can't complain, me personally. And I know people lost jobs and died from it and all of that, but just in asking me, it hasn't affected me truly.
Okay. How do you feel about this voter election? Do you think that Trump needs to be in office, and do you think he needs to be out the office?
What? You broke up a bit. Which?
How do you feel about this? How do you feel about the Trump voter election, or the voter election during in 2020?
Okay. All I see, my Facebook timeline is just mudslinging and the rating and Trump cards and Biden snitching kids, and it's like, quite honestly, I don't know what to think. I don't know. I have options outside of the primary too. We're a two-party system that actually is. We have other parties. We have other people. That you'll never overcome the two-party system without really a revolution. Honestly, a full-blown revolution. Yeah, I have other options that my vote will be wasted. So I'm probably not even going to vote at all this year.
Okay. So now, how does your work get to the mass communication? Like, how does that work for you?
How does my work do what? You broke up again, sir.
How does your work get to the masses?
So specifically, okay, so here's some music, and how do I get it out? publishing, distribution specifically. Publishing is what gets me royalties, but yeah, to get it to the people is distribution. So I'll work backwards. So when you go look for music, you go to Spotify, Tidal, Pandora, or if you want to buy it, Amazon, iTunes, and then there are companies, distribution companies like Empire or Sony Orchard, that they send your music out to all those online stores. Okay, they get them either from direct submission or, like, I work with Unlimited Sound out of Sacramento. They also do my publishing, where they track down all my royalties and pay out. So I submit my music to UL Sound. They have an account with Sony Orchard, and they submit and handle whatever they do in paperwork and or digital form, so they're not writing on paper. No one does that now. But yeah, so it's like this little two-step process. I give it off to them with all the artist names and information. They use Sony Orchard to then blast it out to all the music sites. But then at that stage, you're looking at promoting the fact that it's out. Because the best music in the world, that's where Facebook ads and Amazon ads and all these other things using social media gurus that blast your advertisement or your website or whatever out to all the social media masses. So really you have to pay for promo to hit the true masses, or else you're just going to be sharing to your same 5,000 Facebook friends, of which maybe 100 pay attention. So you have to invest in every stage. So you can't just invest in music and then my music's out, I expect to sell 1 billion copies. No. You have to promote it.
What's the difference between distribution and publishing?
So distribution is just getting music out. So publishing, and I'm not an expert, that's why I have Unlimited Sounds. I have my agreement with them that they handle that, but they're essentially managing my music catalog and making sure everything is registered with all the proper entities, SoundScan, populating my EMI account with all of the material I put out, finding and securing the royalties that I'm due for wherever the music is being played or streamed. Also shopping for placement opportunities. If a commercial or TV show wants a certain type of music, a song, whatever, then they're seeking those opportunities.
Can you explain to us what the the publishing, we got that. Can you just go over the distribution one more time?
Yeah, so distribution, you have your music. What do you do? You can, and there's more than just like who I go through. There's DistroKid. There are a few other entities that you can submit your music through. Each has their own benefits, so I'm not going to get into it's whatever fits the artist. But distribution is simply getting your music into all of the, I always say all of the digital stores and streaming services. Some people can be more selective, and I just want it on iTunes or whatever. There's no reason to not have every possible outlet. But yeah, distribution companies simply get it out there to all those music stores, and they take a little percentage when your music sells and streams. They take a little cut, of course. That's distribution.
Okay, nice. So, DJ Lou, tell us. We have a few minutes before we wrap this up. What was when you released some new music? I remember the last time we had an interview. You had released some new music. I think that was Cali Fire 8. Am I correct?
I believe it was 8. Yeah, it had to be 8. That was last year. And this released 2 months ago. And 7 was 2 years. It was 8.
Okay. Okay. So I want to say that was a slamming album. That was a dope banger. I played it on the radio multiple times. It's probably playing now on the Spreaker.com and Spreaker Podcast Player. Just so everybody know, I'm your host, J. Blue Sanders, and you're listening to episode 29, DJ Luke with Mike Lamb, on my podcast, DJ Blue Radio, The J. Blue Show, streaming live on Spreaker.com and Spreaker Podcast Player. And this episode will be available on demand on YouTube. That will be YouTube channel Immortal Master Floppy. So DJ Luke, we got a master plan coming up, and I know that you got a lot of work to do. So I want to ask you a couple more questions before we wrap this up, and then we'll go ahead and move forward. So,
all right.
But again, I want to thank all the listeners for tuning in. Make sure that you like, share, and follow this episode. Make sure that y'all check out that DJ Luke. His website is the bomb. Check out the pages on Facebook, Instagram, all social media. Just go to his website. It has everything.
Go to DJLuke.biz is the hub for everything, including all of Siren's catalog too. It's all there.
You guys, man, this guy is amazing. He's a wonderful man. You got it. This guy has been doing it for a long time, and he's the homie. So, J Blue said it. Check him out. I recommend that anybody, if you guys want something to be done, y'all can call. You can count on DJ Luke. That's for sure. How is what's your hottest music video out today?
Music video. Let's see. I can go to YouTube right now. There's a song that I produced the beat for. I didn't mix it or master it, but I did the beat, which holds more weight, actually, than the mixing mastering, like, on a technical level. However, so there's a country rap group called Good Old Boys. Boys with a Z. Good O-L Boys. And let me see. Right now, this is the second time this song. It features Bubba Sparks and JG Made 'em Look. JG's out of Sacramento. And Bubba Sparks, of course, well, you know who he is. He had Ugly was his biggest hit, and then he had the club song he had. I can't think right now.
I know Bubba Sparks. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what was that? He had Ugly. Oh, he had Deliverance, and then it was Miss New Booty. That was the one. Okay. So there's the official music video for that. It's been out about 5 years, and it was on a channel, and then there were some issues that it had to be taken off, and we were at almost 10 million views. And they're up to 8.2 million views on the Good Old Boys page. So I would say with that and where they had it on Facebook, it's probably between 20 to 25 million views at this point. Total legit views, thousands of comments. They don't pay for views or any of that. So, and of course, Bubba Sparks being on a song like with his status and he's.
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing more.
Okay.
Yeah, they're probably close to 25 million total through the life of the video. But yeah, I mean, he's a major artist, so that helps, of course. But they've also built their own reputation to where their videos get 1 million views each. So on their own, just their solo stuff. Outside of that, a few things that I mixed that are in the million mark. I mixed a song. What was the one that I saw recently? There was a song that I mixed. my best are things that I've mastered. I mastered an X-rated album while he was still locked up. And some of those songs, but see, that's not meant to be. Just mastering alone is kind of the least glamorous part of this, although it's one of the most important steps is album production.
Okay.
Last year, real quick, last one, we got a nice big burst of views. I have the Nightmare Empire anthem that I did with 6 artists a few years back, about 4 years ago, and it sat kind of stagnant because they weren't doing all that well. And then we got tens of thousands of views last year when we went to Super Bowl. So I'm thinking that's going to get some more momentum because of how well they're doing, but we'll see.
Nice. Okay, that's what's up. What superpowers would you say you might have in the music business and why?
Superpowers in the music business. Being the go-to guy, like if that's a quote superpower.
Yeah.
Anytime somebody needs something, like I don't know Dr. Dre yet. I can't call him just as a name thrown out there. But I can call people that are the one extra phone call away from people on that level. And like people can come to me, people have asked me for what I felt was the most difficult thing to accomplish. Like they need this certain type of video done, and they can't find anyone. Well, let me see. You need this certain type of thing, and I've always found that resource for them. That's my superpower. Problem solver. I'm problem solver man, right? I don't know. People know that they can get whatever they need accomplished every single time. Because if I don't know the person, I'll make sure to track down someone that does know the person who's going to meet their needs. Beyond that, as far as me directly, my superpower is just making phenomenal sounding mixes.
DJ Lou, tell me, we want to know, name something you love about the music business and why.
Love about the music business. Well, you say music business, like the industry. You use that key phrase. We all love music. We all love making music. The music business, music industry. Well, I like that it is kind of a challenge. It's not kind of, it is a challenge. It's a very competitive industry. The business will chew you up and, man, it'll crush you if you're not making sure that you're keeping your skill set strong and really pushing and trying to not even so much be better than this other artist, but being the best you can be, and trying to make sure that you're making relevant stuff, but also not staying in the box too much. I like the challenge, and I like the continual challenging my own self to keep putting out quality.
Okay. So, and what kind of research do you do in the music business?
I probably don't do as much as I should, even though it's like you have to keep on top and keep challenging yourself. I probably. How did you phrase the question again? Because I've been. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so what kind of research or what kind of study do you take in the music business? Or as far as, the research you do, what do you study or what do you do research on?
The promotions. Okay, yeah, I wanted to make sure that I was answering properly. The thing that I've been lacking, like I said, I probably don't do as much as I should. It's mainly in the promotion side. So I I have been going crazy all over the internet, searching every possible ways to market your music, placement companies, and then the promotions like where can I spend $100 or $500 or whatever that's going to get the most traffic to my website, and trying to figure out how to do some of this on my own without hiring someone to do it for me. But I'm still in that phase where I'm kind of outsourcing that thing to someone else. So that has been where I've tried to gain the most knowledge and learn the most new information.
Okay.
Anything you can do yourself is beneficial if you can do it and do it like properly with good results. Like, oh, no one can do it all. Well, for the most part, that can be true, but if you can do something yourself, then do it yourself. Effectively.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. That promotions and marketing, that's where I've had to put my most study efforts.
Okay, great. Again, man, I really want to thank you for being a special guest on this episode, man. It's a pleasure to have you here today. And so, DJ Lou, can you tell us one of your favorite or one of your most inspirational places you like to go?
Let's see. I like to go to the ocean, like any beach. I like to go actually around water in general. Like, if I can get out and I need to just get away from technology, I'm going to find a river, a stream, or the ocean. Or if I have to be focusing on some photography or things where I want to feel like in the system and in the technology and stuff, I'll go. Well, I live right by San Francisco, so I'll just go get lost in the big buildings with my camera. That's inspiring. That can even inspire me for music. I'm just there and I'm just kind of getting in the zone of, okay, big city, I need a real bouncy, real synth-heavy beat. Yeah, beyond that, that's kind of it.
Okay. That's what's up. If anybody has any questions, or if man, you know what? Let me say this. For those of you that are listening, if you got a handful of questions that I'm asking DJ Lou, you can email those answers to arts@newsandmediarepublic.org. That's arts@newsandmediarepublic.org. And make sure that you send some links to your social media. Send a name and a photo image of you. And again, if you have a handful of questions that I'm asking, if you have the answers to these handful of questions I'm asking DJ Lou, you can email those answers to arts@newsandmediarepublic.org. So, DJ Lou, I think that's going to be it for today. Again, tell us where we can find your social media and all your streaming platforms.
So, first and foremost, every possible thing, where you can link out to every possible thing, DJLOOT.biz, DJLoot.biz. And beyond that, if you just want to search me on the social media, you want, I'm on Instagram right now, how do I find it? Everything is DJLoot916. Representing Sacramento area. Even though I live in the Bay, 916 is where my career was really established. DJ Lou 916 on all.
Okay. DJ Lou, what do you think about the artists Mr. Smooth and Young T?
Who is it?
Mr. Smooth and Young T from the We Finna Get Litty.
Let me see.
So we have a guy on Facebook named Titus Whitehead, and we have another guy named Sean Mr. Smooth Stewart on Facebook, but they're known as the We Finna Get Litty duo, Mr. Smooth and Young T.
I'm gonna have to look more into them.
Yeah, check them out because I don't know why, but they kind of they have a groovy style, G-funk, West Coast, 80s, 90s type of style, and and I noticed
All right.
that, and they come straight out of California, San Jose, and they almost, Smooth, he does a lot of the hooks, and Young T, he is the spitter. Yeah, check that out, man. I did an episode for. They did an episode. We did one episode or two episodes, and you can check that out and listen to it. I think that's somebody that would love to work with you. I think they already gave you a shout out. I think Young T, I gave you a shout out. So I don't know. I think I seen that on Facebook. I just wanted to know because I mean, like, I love seeing people's I love seeing relationships grow together, and grow business and get money together. And I was seeing that Young T or somebody from We Finna Get Litty was like, either they were giving you a shout out or they were introducing you. I don't know, but I just thought that was amazing. And if you didn't know that, or if I'm just jumping the gun here, then my bad. I apologize, but they some dope artists, man.
I'm looking them up now.
Yeah, Mr. Smooth and Young T. I did a video. I did a video with them on a music video. That's on the We Finna Get Litty page on Facebook. Just go to We Finna Get Litty. But yeah, they're the only Mr. Smooth and Young T. The only We Finna Get Litty duo. We did some projects together. I helped them. With a couple of stunts on a video. They did, and I opened up a show for them at San Jose City College on the campus theater. Did a stunt with them in a music video, and we just we always cook up some stuff in the on the radio.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're really good. They're really wonderful. I just thought that you like to work with them. They're pretty cool, man. I'll vouch for you. I told them about you, man. I said, man, y'all gotta check out DJ Loot, man. DJ Loot, he, that's the homie, man. Ask Enut, ask Hollow Tip, ask C-Dub, ask Optimistic and Siren, ask J Blue Sanders. I was like,
So definitely appreciate that. And I'll definitely, hey, compilations. If I haven't worked with folks in any capacity yet, then that's typically my starting point. Hey, let's get you on the list.
yes, sir. Can't wait to have you in the next upcoming episode. So, again, I appreciate your time, and we thank you, and we thank the listeners. And again, I want to say shout out to DJ Loot and shout out to the Owning Money Productions. And I think that's it.
Thank you for having me on. I definitely appreciate it. Always.
Yes, sir. All right, man. All right. Well, any last words you want to say before we wrap this up?
Nah, that's pretty much it. Just check the website out, djloop.biz. And it's also about hitting the email or the social media and just throwing feedback. I appreciate feedback, too. I think a lot of folks, like, oh, here's the website, go and send that feedback. Send an IG or whatever. Hit me on the Facebook and say, hey, I think this certain track, or man, this here, or hey, how about got any open slots on the compilation? Has to be good music, and don't just put everybody on, but yeah, provide that feedback. Yeah, check the website out.
All right, for sure. That's that's djloopbiz.com.
No, djloop.biz.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. DJ, that's
yeah.
djloot.biz. I thought I was right the first time.
It.
djloot.biz. You check it out. September 15, 2020. We're gonna wrap this up at 5:50 p.m. DJ Loot, thank you for your time. Again, everybody, thanks a lot, and we are out. Peace.
All right.